There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me. Don't wanna waste another day being stuck here in this place. No, wanna hold your hand in mine, watch the sunset in your eyes. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa. This could be magical. Whoa, to escape, and here we are, driving narrow streets in a rusty car, leading to the sea. Think we're getting close. We should take a pic, baby, strike a pose. I remember every day that I spent right here with you. Yeah, you are the one who makes me feel as good as I do. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa.
You guys are so cute in these comments.
Whenever I'm with you, I am alright. There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me. Don't wanna waste another day being stuck here in this place. No, wanna hold your hand in mine, watch the sunset in your eyes. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa. We've been longing to escape, and here we are, driving narrow streets in a rusty car, leading to the sea. Think we're getting close. We should take a pic, baby, strike a pose.
Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. I'm so excited that you're here. We are talking about a very hot topic. It is back to school time. How are you handling all of the chaos of the schedules? It's A lot, right? So today on the show, we're going to talk about how to set up yourself for success going into back to school season, how to balance your home life with running your travel empire. We're also going to get into tips on building your business around your life, which is my favorite thing to teach clients, and then also how I maintain my work-life balance, which let me tell you, with 3 travel brands and Gold Digger Conference I'm leaving for tomorrow, it's September's a lot, you guys, but that's what we're talking about on the show today, so stay tuned.
Come take my hand, I will walk with you. I won't let go till you say so. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. Wanna make sure that you understand.
All right, guys, don't forget to take a moment, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell right here on YouTube. We bring you amazing content every single week to help you to continue to grow your travel businesses, and I don't want you to miss a thing. If you're new here, type a little "I'm new" in comments for me so I can welcome you to our community. And if you are new, you might not know who I am. My name is Cyndi Williams. I've been in the travel industry nearly 30 years. I started when I was a baby at 19 years old, fresh out of high school and then travel school and then right into the workforce in the travel industry. And today I'm best known for being the founder and CEO of Cruise on Vacation, which helps people just like you learn how to grow and supersize your travel businesses and get certified as travel agents and travel agency owners to grow and thrive in your travel businesses. And today we're talking about a hot topic. I don't just like to teach people how to grow great travel businesses. My real goal is to help you have a great life, right? And part of having a great life is building your business around your life, which is the most important thing. So as we get into back to school season, this is such a hot topic because it can be a lot. You go through summer and it's more lazy daisy. There's not as many schedules. Some people really like getting back to the structure of school. I don't love that, but I force myself to get into a routine. So the first thing I want to talk about is kind of that most of the kids are back in school now, right? So you're probably in that first couple weeks of like, oh my gosh, let me get settled, let me figure out how everything's working, and it can feel a little hodgepodgey. But I want to walk through some tips that I do every single year that help me a ton, and it works like clockwork. The first thing you may not have even thought about, and it's so simple, but it is make sure you tidy up your office. What I mean by that is I want you to have a designated workspace. So I know if I'm here in our Austin home, I can go into my office at any time. I can turn this camera on and I can talk to you guys. I can turn my computer on and I can do my work, right? So whether I'm working on one of my travel brands or all of my travel brands, I have a designated space that's tidied up and my mind can be clear of what's going on outside of this room, right? And what I mean by that is we're going to talk about schedules here in a second, and I schedule out time for the different segments or components of my life, but having that dedicated space where you can shut everything else off and just focus, laser focus to get your work done. If you are trying to have a big travel business, a successful travel business, that is so important that you are putting yourself in the mindset and dedicating both that time and that space. So we're talking about space first. Give your brain that chance to kind of have that separation between life and work. All right, next thing. Now, I can't, like most moms, I can't start on the work stuff until I know the family's taken care of, right? And the amount of scheduling that has to happen. We have teenagers now, so they're all in activities. They all are running 3 directions. I have my husband and we also have our amazing helper. We actually have a full-time assistant that helps us run kids different directions too, because we have a lot going on. Now, you might not have that full-time helper, I get that, but we didn't always either. And this is one of those things where it gets down to how are we going to schedule this? So what I like to do first is every week we sit down almost like as a team, my husband and I, we go, okay, how are we going to handle what's coming for the week? And we make those agreements of, I'm going to run this one here, you're going to run this one there, so we can literally plug that into our schedule on the days, because that way he can work on his work stuff he needs to work on. I can then dedicate my business time towards my travel brands and the things I want to work on, but the kids are taken care of, right? We know who's going where, what's happening, and that's a helpful process. I'm going to talk about some tools to do this too, like family calendars and stuff in just a second, but I just want you to get the idea of like, make sure that you're doing the scheduling of, okay, let's get the kids taken care of. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to have some hard line time in your schedule that is, this is for my business. Like Mondays is a big one for me. I don't take client calls on Mondays. I don't train classes on Mondays. I don't do live streams or videos or marketing on Mondays. Monday is my project planning day in my business. And the few hours that I have on Monday that I spec out, I'm literally planning everything down to a T for the remainder of the week. What questions do I want to ask in this meeting? How do I make this most effective? How do I show up with intention in that 1 hour meeting I'm going to meet with this CEO of a different company, and what's my goal, right? So thinking through the rest of my week always happens on Monday. And the reason I save it for Monday and don't do it earlier is things change, right? Last minute. So Monday is a good balance. So if you're not already doing this, you have to remember to schedule time to work on, not in your business. Okay. If you're just in your business all the time, then you can't be working on the on stuff, on the project stuff, excuse me, on the things that are going to help you grow, right? So make sure you have literally blocks of time for working on your business versus the times that you're going to be doing client quotes or preparing proposals, or you're going to be interfacing with your clients or doing all the things that you need to do to run your business. If you're an agency owner, when you're going to be coaching your staff, when you're going to be looking at your performance numbers, right? That is in your business stuff, not on your business time. So make sure you make that designation different on your schedule. The next thing that I want you to think about, obviously, is some self-care time. And maybe it's not so obvious because normally it's not. When I start training clients on self-care time, they're like, what are you talking about? I don't have time for that. Here's the deal. You cannot pour from an empty vessel. If you were trying to give as a mom, as a dad to your family, and give to your clients and your business and your employees, you are going to get burnt out. You are of service to nobody if you go down, right? What I mean is, like, you get sick, you don't feel, a lot of times that's what people do. They run until they hit a wall and they just like get sick, or they have to take a nap, or they're just unproductive, or that, it's just not a good cycle to be in. If you want to have this as longevity in your career, you need to make sure that you're putting in those self-care times. I'll give you a perfect example. This is a super busy week. You guys, I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, 3:30, 4 a.m. And we have Goal Digger next week, a huge conference we put on once a year. Like 100 travel entrepreneurs from all over the country are coming to see me and my team to get amazing content and do all the things, right? It's a completely sold out event. And my, adrenaline level is like up here, and everything's pretty much done. Like, I have an amazing team, but it's just I want it to be perfect and all the things. So I woke up and I'm like, I want to go through the keynote one more time. I want to go through my presentations one more time. Is there anything else I can be giving or doing? So my adrenaline's up here. I know going into an event like this, when I have to interface with 100+ people, that I will be giving energetically all day long. And I love it. Like, I love it, but I also recognize what that does to your body and to your energy. So what I do always leading up to Goal Digger is either the morning before we begin, because we always start in the afternoon on the first day, or the day before. I always schedule time for like 2 or 3 hours at the spa. I'm going to Disney, not hard to do. So I'm going to have some self-care time because I need to bring my energy back and center it so I can show up the best for all of these people that have paid to be in a room with me, right? So I'm not serving anyone if I don't take care of myself. And honestly, that's one thing I do. The other thing, I've been drinking wheatgrass shots and orange juice and all the things, vitamins. Like, I like to make sure leading up to an event that I am in just that great mindset and I'm bringing great energy. When you are a parent or running your own business, you guys have to do the same thing. You have to really protect that self-care time. I don't care if it's you like to read a book, you like to do a bubble bath. For us, we have a pool and we're in Texas, so we can pretty much use it year round. I love to just, if I can get out 2 or 3 times a week, to get out and just soak in like the hot tub and watch the sunset. That helps me just maintain my balance. So think about that when you're doing your scheduling. You need to schedule in self-care time. The other thing is, even though you're going to do all this scheduling and you're going to put everything in your planner or you're going to put everything in your phone, and it's all going to be pretty and done, something's going to go wrong. Like, we just had a thunderstorm here, so this live stream is actually delayed from the normal time because it was storming outside and I didn't want that in my audio. Sometimes you got to be flexible. It's okay to move stuff around, and when you're in it, don't let that like breed anxiety in your spirit. Just go, okay, this is what got thrown on my plate today. What do I need to move and shift so I can still get everything done but in a way where it doesn't feel heavy. So be flexible. All right, let me give you a few tools that will help you with this process as you guys go. First thing is with your family, we love a family text and a family calendar. For those of you who are, your kids are getting, like my kids, getting to the age where they have phones now, and that makes it a little easier. Of course, they're always going to ask, like, can you take me here? Can you do this? And I also want to say, from a parenting perspective, it's okay to say no. Like my husband told my kids last night, he said, listen, he said, your mother is going to be a gold digger next week. Don't ask me to do anything extra. I'm not doing any sleepovers. I'm not doing any of this extra stuff while she's gone. You guys are going to get fed. You're going to get to and from your activities, and it is what it is. Don't ask for anything extra. Guess what, kids? That's okay. Because your parents are out doing the things. They have to pay the bills, all the stuff, right? But having a group text, having a family calendar. I love having a family. You actually can go on your iPhone and set up a calendar that is just for your family. You can invite your family members to it, and they can all see everyone's activities. That's really helpful because we have like one in high school, two in junior high. They can see what each other's doing. Like today, my daughter's got play practice, but my son's got a football game, and they're both ending at the same time. So she's like, oh, okay, I can just go right over to the football game when I'm done, be a piece of cake. The other thing that I like is I decide on what your planning system is going to be. Some people run everything from their phone, and that's great. I grew up in the 90s, so I'm much more tactile, like from the day of like having an official like planner every year. I love this new age like Erin Condren planner. I have a video on that. It's one of my most watched videos on how I actually plan my project work every single month. So I do have everything in my phone from a what's happening perspective, but on my project work stuff, I do keep that more in my written planner because it's more tactile, and I love crossing stuff off. So if that's of help to you, go check out that video. That's helpful too. And then think about in your business, what can you automate to net yourself back an incredible amount of time? This is the kind of stuff we do with our Careers on Vacation clients. And I see so many of you guys popping in the feed, and I love you and thank you. And I am going to check the questions at the end, so I'll go back there in a sec. But one of the things we teach all of our agents that we're certifying agency owners is everything they need to do to automate their businesses and how they can streamline their operations, how to get best processes in place, how to get systems in your business. I run 3 travel brands, you guys. That's a lot of stuff, right? We have our agency, we have Careers on Vacation, which helps all of you guys get certified when you're ready. And we also have our sister company, Wanderlust Social, which does travel bundles for you guys. So I am CEO of 3 different travel brands. That's a lot of stuff. I could never do it unless I was just totally a geek on systems and automation and having things run in a very streamlined fashion. And I still have balance in my life. So the only way I can do that is having systems. So think about anything that can be replicated in your business. This is things like, how are you scheduling your clients? Are you automating your sales and service funnels? Do you have a lead management process? When a lead comes in your agency, if you're still like 1982 emailing every lead that comes in, or you're DMing every message, like that stuff's not effective, because what are you going to do when your marketing really kicks off and you start getting 100 leads a month? Are you going to literally email 100 people? I get hundreds of emails a day in every one of my businesses, right? So it's like, I have to have systems and processes to get the clients the level of service that they deserve, but also have the balance that I need as well. So think about that. What is your lead management process? Also, pre and post vacations, there's things you can automate there. And then the biggest one and the hardest one for most people is getting your marketing on autopilot. If you're like out there in the world and you're like, what should I post today on social media to try to like get some activity on my travel business? That's not really a marketing plan. In fact, we have a free tool. Let me find it. Hang on. I have a freebie for you guys. Yes, I'm looking for my glasses. Is it on here still? Yes, marketing blueprint. So you can get our marketing blueprint. So we do a much deeper dive, of course, in Careers on Vacation, but this will give you a general outline on how to plan, create, and schedule. It'll talk to you about the formula for marketing. But the reason this one is such like a big one for people is marketing can feel overwhelming, especially if you guys have never marketed before. I've owned other businesses, and I've worked for companies that had a marketing tier. So I've had a lot of experience in marketing. So it comes more natural to me. And so when I started implementing that in my business and scaling it out, it was a beautiful thing to do it in this way that it is on autopilot. It's the only way to do it. What I mean by that is we train people to plan, create, and schedule their marketing 3 months in advance and 3 months at a time. So right now, my students are already working on what should be going out October, November, December, and actually getting all of that planned, created, and scheduled in there so it runs on autopilot. Then next quarter, we're going to do the same thing for January, February, March. If you've been around for a minute, you know wave season is January, February, March. That is the busiest time. Your marketing better be on autopilot or your brain's gonna explode if you're busy and you're trying to book trips and you're trying to market. What normally happens is you get busy the first 3 months of the year and then you're not marketing because you're like, I'm busy, I don't need to market. And then April and May roll around, you're like, where did all the leads go? Well, you didn't market during first quarter. Marketing takes time to work. You can never turn off your marketing. So these are little things like you learn with experience. Sometimes it takes you years to figure them out if you're trying to DIY it or do it on your own. But that autopilot process is so important. I have people say all the time, Cyndi, I see you every day online. I see all these videos. Like, do you ever sleep? You're everywhere. I'm really not. I do my same system that I teach you guys. Plan, create, and schedule. And then I schedule it out. So it looks like I'm everywhere all the time, but I'm actually not, right? All right, guys. So that was a lot of information. I'm going to go to questions here in a second. If you guys have any questions about schedule or any questions in general, I have a few minutes where I can take questions, but I want to remind everyone, if you are getting to the place where you are thinking about getting certified or you want to learn how to get these systems in place, how to automate, and you want to really grow your travel business to a bigger level, go check out our website at careersonvacation.com. If you're ready to talk to us about that and you want to meet with one of our enrollments counselors, you can go to careersonvacation.com/ready now. And it's just a meeting to talk to you about what your goals are and help you get clarity on your business plan. And if it's a match for us to work together, we'll talk to you about how to apply for the program. But it's not just me either, guys. You get to work with my entire amazing team. We have more 5-star reviews than anyone in the industry. We have more video case studies that illustrate the type of results that we are getting for clients in the travel industry, and it's super exciting. And we are also an ASTA affiliated travel school, if you didn't already know. I'll drop all those links down below for you as well. All right, let's pop over and see if we have some questions coming in. Oh my gosh, you guys do have some questions coming in. Hello. Love it, love it. New here, welcome Ben, glad to meet you. Hi Dee, welcome. Patrick, your tour guide based in Tanzania. I have to say, I love Tanzania because Tanzanite, purple's my favorite color. Tanzanite is my favorite stone. So I know Tanzanite comes from Tanzania, and that is about the extent of what I know in terms of in-depth. Love it, love it. All right, let's see, finally on the live stream. Yeah, I actually went live. I think I'm going to start doing my lives on YouTube directly, guys, instead of, I usually do them in Facebook, but I think I'm going to start doing them here going forward. So I'll keep you updated on that as we continue. Hey, Dee, I'm new to travel. Where should I start to keep from getting overwhelmed? Yeah, Dee, this is a thing. When you're new to travel in the industry, it's not like when I came up, right? Like when I came up, you went to travel school. And so it was like, here's ABC, here are the things that you do. And then you went to work for a mom and pop, or you went to work for a call center where you then had a supervisor and a quality department, and a ticketing department. So it can feel overwhelming because what you guys are doing in this environment is you don't have a lot of experience on how to book trips for others in this online environment. So Dee, I would say, first of all, go take our free masterclass. We have a totally free masterclass that you can check out. And actually, I just redid this recently. We're going to do a big launch next month to tell everybody about it. But since you guys are on the live stream, we'll give you a sneak peek. But take the masterclass. It really walks you through the fundamentals in the industry, where you should start, if it's even for you, all of those pieces, because it is a lot at the beginning. I get that. You just have to kind of like do it step by step. And when you're ready, like get into Careers on Vacation. There's not going to be a better program that walks you through the fundamentals of everything that you should be doing, getting your processes in place, and actually certifying you as an agent, which you can then use in your marketing and all of those good things. I have lots of COV students in the feed here too, so you can read their comments. Amy says, I love the idea of a family calendar. Yeah, that's a good one, right? Paulo says, I'm new travel agent. My biggest problem right now is actually how to market it. Should I create some custom trips or packages and market them? So Paulo, here's the thing. You can sell anything, and this is for everybody. You can sell anything in travel. How you market it is how you're going to generate leads that turn into conversions. a lot of people think I have to create the thing first and then sell it. Not necessarily. When you guys are new, your first 1 to 2 years of business, the first thing you have to pay attention to is how great does your brand look. You have to start getting some brand awareness done. You have to start building what I call your eyeballs. Are you building your social platforms? Are you building on Facebook? Are you building on Instagram? Are you doing some things on YouTube? These are things that we cover in Careers on Vacation, but even if you guys are doing it yourself, it's really like starting to build up your database. How are you collecting emails? Because like right now, I have a bazillion people in my database. I could create an email right now this morning and I could hit send and it will equal sales just by the sheer number of people I have in my databases. I can do that anytime. But when you guys are new, you haven't built that base yet. So you have to kind of get out there and start doing some brand recognition. You have to do all of the things. That's why having a great marketing plan that is what I always say is multifaceted. So you're not just going after one thing or selling one trip. It's about brand awareness plus how you're approaching your campaigns and what marketing channels you're using. I know that's a lot. We don't have 5 hours to go through marketing, but hopefully that's some good tips to start you in the right direction. Brooke says, I can't wait. Monday to Brooke starting COV. Congratulations. Let me give you some confetti, Brooke. Yay. So exciting. I'm so glad for you, Brooke. You're going to be able to, week 1 for you next week, we're going to be at Gold Digger. So we have a lot of fun things happening. And all of you guys can follow along on my Instagram, by the way. That is the best place to watch all this behind the scenes stuff. You guys, I cannot tell you how many of my students are in our $1 million club, our multi-million-dollar club, and we have a pinnacle winner this year. So this is a big, big deal. Just shows that every one of these people winning awards had to build their business back from zero after COVID to now being $1 million and multi-million-dollar agencies. It is phenomenal, the results that we are getting in the industry and that our clients are applying our systems and getting the results. So I'm going to tag next week and show you the winners. I can't do it now because I want to surprise them so they can see, but follow on Instagram. There's going to be a ton of social media coming out from Gold Digger next week as well. All right. Will Des says, if anyone is thinking of enrolling, do it. Yes. Thank you. I love it. Happiest Things Collective, schedule automations. Yes, Sam, absolutely. And if you guys aren't following Sam, she's amazing. She's actually making our cookies for Gold Digger next week. She's coming to my Florida house on Saturday, so I can't wait to give you a big hug, Sam. And if you guys don't know, Sam's amazing. She owns a travel business, but she also owns a bakery, and we created kind of a business model that took all of her loves, and she does all of those things together, which is phenomenal. But yeah, scheduling your automations, Sams, you can do all of those things for your clients who are getting ready to travel, clients that came home, or nurturing sequences. There's a million different type of mini funnels you can create in your business where, like, I'm sending emails every day, not me personally, but my systems that I have set up are sending emails. Someone comes home from a trip, we're like, welcome home. How did it go? Right? I'm not physically sending the email, but I have a sequence in place that will trigger the minute that they get home, and then they'll get that as well. And I have lots of hellos in the feed as well. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. This was so fun to go live on YouTube for a change instead of on Facebook. I hope this information was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And listen, I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world wherever you are in your journey. And I won't be back next week on live stream because we're going to be at the Gold Digger Conference, but I will be back the week after that. And we're going to get more in a regular cadence with doing these live streams. So keep tuning in. All right. See you next time, guys.